Well, peeps, I'm here again. Another rigging project that's, well, it's been here for a while. I haven't really got to the point where I can actually do anything with it, but, well, I'm in the process of cleaning the yard up a little bit, and I came across this project that I really want to do. This is a side-by-side refrigerator door. Got the refrigerator down there. But what I want to do is I want to use this refrigerator to put in a really massive dehydrator for dehydrating herbs and stuff like that. It's something it's been on the back burner for a minute that I've been wanting to do, and it's just been there because I need to buy a little processor, what they call a brick, just a little processor, and a few other components. And it just hasn't been nowhere on the priority list, and it's still not. But now it's getting dark out here, and I really can't do a whole lot of anything else. So I broke out the side grinder, and what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to see if this plastic liner, see if it's foamed in with the door. This is a newer refrigerator, so I know the door is hard foam. I know it's a rigid foam, foamed in place. What do they want to call the process? It's not like the old days where you take it apart and there's fiberglass insulation. It's not that. This gasket is not bolted in. It is press fit into a track. And what I want to do is take it off. What I'm going to do is take the side grinder and cut it right along there, and then use this gasket to help seal the door when I actually get to building on this project. Let's see what happens to that process. Let's see if this works. Alright, so I'm not real sure that worked. I cut the plastic all the way around, and it doesn't just lift up. Let me get a crowbar and see what happens. Okay, so it is foamed in the plastic part's foamed too. So it is rigid foam all the way through, but I'm wondering if there's actually any way to get that off of there. Well, as you can see, it came apart relatively easy. It did take quite a bit of working to pry it loose, because when it was foamed, foam went up into the back pieces. Well, it makes it an efficient refrigerator, I guess. But for the most part, it just stuck to the surface of this piece of plastic. Now what I want to do is, that's junk now. What I want to do is I want to take this gasket and press it back down into that groove. And this right here, I think what I'll do is try to get a piece of probably masonite. That'd probably be cheaper than anything else. But I'll trim this out and put a piece of masonite on there, I think. I may not be able to use this gasket. I don't know. I really don't know. I might be able to. There's really not any way to reuse this gasket. If you older refrigerators, you peel this back and there's a row of screws in there, and you take the screws out and you replace the door gasket. This in here just presses in, and I got some trash in my groove now because I cut it off. But now that I know it'll work, I'll do the freezer side and see how that works. But now I'll tell you something. If you homeschool and you got kids, or if if you're just a handyman around the shop, there is a magnet inside this seal. It's a magnetic closure is what it is. It's a magnetic door seal. That's how come refrigerators don't need latches like they did back in the 60s. They got a magnetic seal. Maybe even the 70s. No, we didn't have a magnetic seal. We didn't have latches in the 70s when I was a kid. So yeah, whenever they came up with this gasket system, they was able to eliminate the latch. That was a safety feature too. But you can still close yourself up beside the refrigerator even with this. Alright, let me see what we can do with the other door. Okay, so the freezer it's taking a little more effort. Because I assume because there's a brace in here for this part of the ice maker. So I've cut it more or less all the way across here. I started hitting metal, so I didn't go as deep because I don't know what the metal looks like. Maybe something I can use for something else, I don't know. But I'm gonna try to peel this plastic off of this. So yeah, the housing, there's like one piece of metal here and one piece of metal here. I'm not exactly sure how far down it went, but I'm pretty sure it's to support the ice maker control panel, basically. There's a chute here for the ice maker too. And what I'm gonna do is try to peel some more of it. I've already got this much of it off, so I'm gonna work on getting that part. Okay, so what I did is I've cut this right here, this foam, this piece of plastic off the side. There's a piece of metal that runs down the side of this. And what I'm gonna try to do is peel this plastic off of that metal and see what's back there. It's some kind of compartment. Alright, so I've gotten this plastic loose a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work a little bit more. Don't know if I can do it one-handed. Should be able to. Hang on just a minute. Well, it's really dark. But what I did, I finally dug and I made a big ass mess. I gotta go get a bag now, pick up the trash. But what I think I'm going to end up doing is I took the side grinder and cut basically around this box where this ice maker control thing was. And I'm going to take a hammer and I'm going to see if I can knock it out now. Well, as you can see, it got dark on me. Refrigerator door won the battle. I'll win the war. But I cut a piece off the front of it all the way around. That was basically the frame that held the frame, the trim, and yeah, there's still a box there. I'm thinking it might pry out through the front. I don't know. I ran out of light, so that's all I can do. Pick my tools up, clean my mess up, come back at it a different day. Peace, guys. So, refrigerator doors behind me. Well, when I was making my video clips yesterday, I was rocking along and I was going to make a video and didn't have an ending to it. So, there will be an ending to it. Yeah, I didn't have an ending, and the missus asked me, said, well, you gonna make another clip to make an ending to your video? And I was like, I was totally lost and completely off the rails, way off in some other world. Anyway, I finally dawned on me that that's what she was talking about, and yes, there will be another clip, because I have not won the war yet. Peace, guys. Alright, so overnight I was thinking about this thing, and most likely when it was assembled, this shell was laying on a conveyor belt or whatever, and everything was dropped into it, and then it was spray foam after it was all assembled. So yeah, that's sure enough, that's what it is. As you can see by this knife, it goes all the way through. It's just formed in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on cutting down beside it. And I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to trim out some more of this metal. Because if you look, there's spray foam right here. But there's also a tab right there. And there's another one here. But if you look down here, you can't see the bottom side of the box. And you can almost see it up here. So what I need to do is I need to trim this down a little bit more. So that's what I'll do with that. So let's work on that. Alright, so I've cut all the way around the perimeter of that box with this knife. Well, there might be a couple spots where I didn't actually hit it with the knife, but I cut all the way around the perimeter with the knife. So let's see what happens when I hit it with a hammer. Nothing but some wires dangling now. So, like I said on the previous side, I think we use that